Welcome and good evening to the 2021 Minnesota STEM Partnership, the Youth STEAM Showcase. To the 2021 Minnesota STEM Partnership, the Youth. All right. All right. Okay, let's try again. All right, from the top. Hey, good evening. Something about that. His goal was to support, educate, and advocate for BIPOC students in STEAM. His goal was to support, educate, and advocate for BIPOC students in STEAM. His goal was to support, educate, and advocate for BIPOC. This year was not possible without support of sponsors like Boston Scientific, SurveyMonkey, and Seagate. And sharing how anyone can support Minnesota STEM Partnership later. MSP saves 10% of all donations to create the scholarships that funds and will be awarded tonight. Congratulate students, parents, and volunteers for sticking through this very challenging year of 2020. And now in 2021, Minnesota STEM is up and running and ready to serve the 2,500 students here in Minnesota. We have an exciting program tonight celebrating competition winners, scholarship earners, and acknowledging the important work of our volunteers and staff. We'll be hearing from major STEM contributors like hybrid and electronic vehicle experts, LaToya Dye, House of Representatives member Cedrick Frazier, Boston Scientific's Keith Richardson, Rob Lyons with robotics, and so much more. Also playing some games and giving away. We have a huge raffle at the end, so please stay tuned. We're giving away $50 gift cards. Make sure to register for this event on Eventbrite to enter the drawing to win a $50 Amazon gift card. And I don't know who doesn't want that. For those of you who are new to Minnesota STEM or joined us tonight for the very first time to learn more, let's start with a quick introduction on what we've been up to since the beginning of 2019 from our program director, Lindsay Wilson.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Lindsay Wilson, and I am the Program Services Coordinator. I'm here to give you all a broad overview of the amazing things that Minnesota STEM has to offer. This summer, we are ramping up for robotics camps. We will have 3 different age groups, and we will be in the near North Side hub right here in Minneapolis, as well as the Rondo neighborhood in St. Paul. We will also be offering drone racing, esports, and gaming, and we actually have an e-gaming arena here at the North Minneapolis hub. And then we will also be doing solar panel charging stations. Our goal is to attract kids from the local community and give them access to mentors, opportunities, and technologies that they may not normally see. I want to highlight another one of our programs, which is called Power Up IT. It's our high school professional development program. With that program, we introduce kids to people of color in the technology world. So speakers come in and share their experiences with students. A big shout out to Russell Frankel at the Minnesota IT Center of Excellence for all the hard work in helping us pull that off. And thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Lindsay, for that update. All right, let's highlight what STEAM Fit is. If you don't know who Lucienne Olson is, you are truly missing out. She is a phenomenal woman here in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and she has been the key person who has supported Dr. Wolf in his journey, his fitness journey, and she is truly an expert in this program. So please, let's stay tuned for a video by fitness expert extraordinaire, Lucianne Olson.
Hello, and welcome to the STEAM Fit series. If you're hearing this, that means that you are already on an incredible journey growing your mind and your future in tech. Our goal with STEAM Fit is to empower you, the younger generation, to develop lifelong healthy habits through education and also an overall holistic approach to wellness. So, why are we doing this? Well, the way that we live has just changed. The life of a young person has changed significantly. Less recess, more car rides, increased time in front of a screen. And if that's what life is like for a young person, when you become an adult, you get even less of those things. Now, those are the unfortunate pieces. But the great news is that through education and representation, we can empower you, the younger generation, to take ownership of your health and wellness, to take control of your health and wellness. So, in this series, weekly videos, you'll begin to learn how to take care of your mind, your body, and your soul. All three very important parts of your health. The magic is going to be when you begin to apply these things that you learn and see how those levels of health are connected and how they can increase your overall well-being. Having the energy, the mental clarity, or a positive peer group are just a few things that are going to contribute to you being the most optimized version of you. Just as you're spending time optimizing your skills in tech, I cannot wait to have you be a part of our STEAM Fit series and begin to optimize your health and wellness along with it.
As a yes. So I'm excited to be here, and I want to start off by congratulating all the students and letting them know that I'm extremely proud of all of the steps that they're taking as an active role in their education. And they're doing this at an early age, so I am beyond excited for the future that you guys have. And because I know that there's a lot of faces in the audience that look like me, I wanted to share a little bit of my story and my journey in hopes of inspiring you all to continue pushing forward and continue focusing on your education so that you can reach your goals and dreams in life. So when I was young, I grew up in the inner city of Buffalo, New York, and I honestly didn't think that I was going to make it out. That's how bad it was. But I knew that focusing on my education was the key. And back then, and I'm going to date myself because STEM wasn't even a thing. It didn't exist at that point. But I was always drawn to science and math, and I focused on that. And it ultimately led me down the path of getting a few scholarships, which helped with college, and then led to me being a successful engineer and manager here at Boston Scientific. And I truly am excited to work for Boston Scientific because they value our youth and investing in our community, showcasing the importance of STEM and the value that it can have on individuals and the community as well. So I've been with the company for 10 years now, And throughout those 10 years, I've seen time and time again how much they invest into the future of students of the community, and then welcome those students back as future employees. And that's an amazing thing, you know, to see someone that worked on the robotics program, you know, in their youth, and then continued their education and were able to come back and work for Boston Scientific to start their career. So I say all of that to really encourage you guys to continue focus on your careers, on your education. STEM is amazing. It was a life changer for me, just really focusing on those areas. And at Boston Scientific, we're continuously looking for engineers and programmers, smart people just like you guys. So hopefully one day I'll be able to bump into some of y'all in the hall and be able to say, hey, so I really, really appreciate the opportunity to come and speak to you. I am thankful that Boston Scientific has been able to play a role in supporting you. And I wish you all the best and continued success in everything that you do going forward.
Keith, thank you so much for Boston Scientific and yourself being a part of Minnesota STEM's culturally relevant process in bringing robotics training to the BIPOC students here in Minnesota. So grateful for Boston Scientific and all that you guys are doing to support this program. Boston Scientific has sponsored a majority of the robotics initiatives for MSP. They have helped provide resources for equity, unity, and professionalism with our students. Awesome. High Tech Kids team donation, purchased robots, team shirts, competition fields, and allowed the students to compete with students across Minnesota and to feel good about themselves because they had dope gear to represent their robotics league. So again, anything that organizations do to empower our BIPOC students to be their best selves and show up as a collective and feel good about the work that they're doing. So thanks again, Keith and Boston Scientific, for all that you do. All right, now we're going to highlight our 2021 drones program. Shannon will highlight our very popular drones program and this year's accomplishments. Thank you so much, Shannon, for joining us here at the Minnesota STEM Showcase.
Hello, my name is Shannon Dulnuan, a volunteer with the Minnesota STEM Partnership Drone Program, where we provide opportunities for students to learn, fly, build, and solder drones. So last year, we had 2 different seasons, one over the summer and one over the winter. Over the summer, we participated in Hydra FPV's Youth Drone Sports Championship program, where students had a chance to race other drone racers throughout the country. Over the winter, we had a chance to incorporate a learning element, including a flying element as well, where they had a chance to learn about the different components of drones and what builds a drone. And a special thank you to Hydra FPV and the Adkins Foundation for their gracious donation for our equipment. In addition to the 2 different seasons, we participated in the City of St. Paul's Mayor Carter's Tech for All program, where we went to various different parks throughout St. Paul and provided an opportunity for others to fly drones outdoors. In August, we had a scholarship fundraiser at 2 Scoops Ice Cream Eatery in St. Paul and raised $250, so that's cool. This will actually be given to our most dedicated student. His name is Taylor Duncan, and he attended every single session throughout the summer and winter drone program. So congratulations to Taylor. I'd like to give a shout out to the amazing drone team. So thanks to Karen Martin for communicating with the students and the grown-ups and ensuring that they can attend the sessions, and also being our host for the winter drone program. Thank you to Carlos Tome for sharing his passion and in-depth knowledge of drones to our students. Thank you to Daze Davison for sharing his knowledge about Velocidrone that allowed our students to essentially race within the same track within Velocidrone. And thank you again for everyone else who essentially made this program happen. This is an amazing program that allows students to learn about drones and increase their knowledge and passion about drones. So if you do know anyone who's interested in drones, have them reach out to drones@mnstempartners.org to get started, and we can reach out. Thank you and have a great day.
Shannon, thank you so much for highlighting our 2021 drone programming. All right, now up next, who's going to be the drone scholarship recipient for 2021? I introduce to you now the leader of this organization, the founder of Minnesota STEM, 36 years of volunteering and being a part of IT in Minnesota and beyond. We really are grateful to have Dr. Michael Wolf to lead this organization now and into the future. Welcome, Dr. Wolf.
Thank you, Dawn. It's my honor to be the founder of the Minnesota STEM Partnership and executive director. Because we are trying to take kids far and beyond their current opportunities and beliefs, one of the key things that are very important to us, besides our leadership with cultural leadership with Dawn, is making sure that the students get a quality education, as well as that they have quality personalities that will actually work and bode well for them in corporate America or whatever they may choose. It's my honor to share with you a special recognition of a young man who exhibited all of those things: kindness, courtesy, professionalism. And the kid is smart. He's going places. He came to us through the JK movement. So a big shout out to Johnny Allen Jr. and all the wonderful things that he's doing with the JK movement. I'd like to present Taylor Duncan with the 2 Scoops Ice Cream Parlor Scholarship. And I'll explain why in just a minute, as well as a Jim Teal Scholarship Award for citizenship. And being a good team player is what it's all about. I watch this young man in action. He shares, he gives, he participates in other leagues. Big shout out to Hydra FPV, Taylor, AKA the Big Oof. You can catch him on Discord or Twitch. He's going places. Let me tell you, that is a very bright young man. So giving him a scholarship for $250 is our honor, just simply for being a great kid and doing the right things at the right time for the right reasons. Next up, I do want to send another big heartfelt level of appreciation to the city of St. Paul. Last summer in August, we had the opportunity to do pop-up events with Mayor Carter's initiative, Tech for All. And the CIO there, Sharon Kennedy Vickers, allowed us to be able to come with their gaming truck. And we went to approximately, I think it was 18 park and rec centers over a 4 or 5 week period. We were truly hustling to make that, but those kids truly enjoyed flying drones. The weather was great. We had a great time. And so we want to thank them for all of their hard work in making multi-rotor a very important element of their future, an important part in learning for all the kids in St. Paul, as well as across the Twin Cities, Minnesota, and across the United States. At this time, I'd like to turn it over back to Dawn. Dawn, would you like to continue the agenda?
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay, hopefully everyone is being mindful and registering. We are giving away some really dope prizes. Everybody could use a $50 gift card, correct, to Amazon. We could use cool t-shirts and gear. Everybody likes swag. So hopefully you are making sure you are registering and tuning in so you can receive some of the great swag that we're giving away tonight. All right, up next, I have the honor of introducing our project manager. Tavani has worked really hard, tirelessly, pulling together my talking points and making sure that we are on point and guided in the right directions, because that's what dope project managers do. And so we really appreciate everyone who has volunteered, and Tavani definitely leads the pack on dope volunteers that have been tirelessly a part of this organization. So she's got the esteemed honor of doing all the fun trivia. So stay tuned. Hey, and welcome our dope project manager, Tavani.
All right, thank you so much, Dawn, for your lovely introduction. I appreciate it. Yes, my name is Tavani. I am the project manager for this event right here, and I do get the best part, my favorite part, which is playing the game. So I really do hope everyone's been paying attention, maybe got a chance to look at the pre-show information, because I've got some questions for you and I've got some prizes for you. So if you can answer some of these questions, then you can win Minnesota STEM t-shirts. We've got some gift cards for Amazon, a couple of $25 ones. And then like Don was saying at the end, we have that $50 raffle. So if you wanna make sure you get into the raffle for the $50 Amazon gift card, make sure that you are registering for this event on Eventbrite. If you are not registered on Eventbrite, then you are not entered into the drawing for the $50 Amazon gift card. So let's give away something else right now. And I'm gonna ask you guys a question. You can put your answer in chat box from whatever platform that you're watching this on. And Lindsay is gonna help me find the first correct answer. So let's go. First question I have for you guys. Someone can tell me, what year was Minnesota STEM Partnership founded? The first person that can tell me what year Minnesota STEM Partnership was founded and can put that answer in the chat box is going to win a special little prize tonight. We want to make sure that we get all of the information for this person. What's that?
Tegan and Michaela, 2018.
Tegan and Michaela, we got 2018. That is correct. Yes, that is the very first year. That is the first year Minnesota STEM was founded in 2018, and we've been serving over 2,500 students since then. So it's been a great 3 years. Last year being a little different than the last, but we are still going through. And yes, 2018 was the year we were founded. Absolutely. Great. Is it Tegan and Michaela? That means you win a Minnesota STEM t-shirt. So make sure that we get in contact with maybe Nisha or maybe like Michael, and we will make sure you get your t-shirt. I have another question for you guys. Now, we just heard from Keith Robinson from Boston Scientific, and he had a lot of really great things to say about Minnesota STEM and all the work that we're doing together in partnership. Can you name one contribution his partnership has provided Minnesota STEM? Boston Scientific has been a huge supporter of Minnesota STEM partnership, and they've been able to provide us with so many different things to keep the organization going. Can you name at least one thing that this partnership has brought to Minnesota STEM partnership? How have we used the funds? We've got lots of people ready to answer here in this room right now, but I'm waiting for some responses from out there. Any guesses coming through, Lindsay? Is it too hard? No guesses. All right, well, I'll give you this one. I'll let you know, and don't forget it. Boston Scientific has provided so much for us. They've pretty much sponsored all of our team donations. We've been able to purchase robots, team shirts, competition fields for actual competing, and it's allowed us to compete with teams all across Minnesota. So we really give a huge shout out and thank you to Boston Scientific for being able to provide all of that for us. All right, I got one more question for you guys, and this one, at least throw a guess in the chat box because this one is worth the 25 Amazon gift card. And it's about something we just learned about recently, so hopefully it's still fresh on your mind. Last question, worth $25 Amazon gift card. What is the name of Mayor Carter's highly accessible technology initiative? What is the name of Mayor Carter's highly accessible technology initiative? Do you have any guesses in the chat box? I hope we have just at least some guesses because it's worth it just to guess. Doesn't cost you anything to guess. All right. We're getting some options, getting some guesses. What's that? Someone said drones. All right, it's a good guess. It's a good guess, but it's incorrect.
Someone said tech up.
Okay, we have another guess. What is it? Tech,
Up.
tech up. Ooh, it's so close. It's so close. I want to give it to you, but that's not it. Someone keep going. What is the name? I'll say it again. What is the name of Mayor Carter's highly accessible technology initiative?
We had another guess. High tech.
High in tech. Ooh, you guys are so close. I can feel it. Someone's gonna get it soon, but that's not it. Michael just talked about this before I came on. It's highly accessible, you guys.
Tech now was another guess.
Tech now, that's a good guess, but incorrect.
And tech stars.
Tech stars is a good guess, but also incorrect. I like where you guys are going with tech. I want to give you guys some more shots at this, but if we don't get a correct answer soon, I'm gonna have to keep this money myself. You guys are like halfway there. I'll give you a huge clue. It is tech. That is in the name of this initiative. This initiative that is highly accessible. I feel like I can't give you any more than for that.
Tech accessibility was another guess.
Tech accessibility, that's a good guess. Also incorrect. Maybe that is a good idea. We can remind everyone and see if you can find it yourselves, the answer. Maybe we can go ahead and put that last slide that Michael was talking about on there. Someone can give me the answer of Mayor Carter's highly accessible technology initiative. Anybody? I see tech. That's a good guess.
Tech for all.
Ah, we got it. Let's see, is this Aqua?
8115.
8115. All right, thank you so much. Yes, it is tech for all. It's highly accessible, everyone. There you go. All right. Well, Aqua, we're gonna make sure to get in contact with you, or you can get in contact with Michael, and we're gonna make sure you get that $25 Amazon gift card. I have another one for you guys, and I also have that $50 gift card at the end of the program. So be sure to register on the Eventbrite page to make sure you're entered into that $50 raffle. But also, pay attention, you guys. We got some more trivia coming up for more t-shirts, more Amazon gift cards, and more fun. So enjoy the rest of the program. I'll see you guys later on the next break.
All right, congratulations to our winners. You guys keep tuning in and paying attention because there's more to come. And again, at the end, we're giving out our big raffle of the $50 Amazon gift card, and we all could use that. So stay tuned and pay attention to our speakers. Now, up next, we have Cedrick Frazier. He is a House of Representative member of District 45A in New Hope. He will do a video of introduction and talking about Minnesota STEM and how it is culturally relevant. I said Cedrick, and then I said he. Yes. Welcome, Cedrick.
Hey everybody, my name is Cedrick Frazier. I'm a state rep for District 45A in the state of Minnesota. I joined Dr. Wolf when he started this program. Well, let me back up. I remember talking with Dr. Wolf when he had an idea about the Minnesota STEM partnership. before he had any kids, before he had any board members, before any robots were built. And I remember the twinkle in his eye. So I am so proud to be here to talk about, but just to say congratulations on where you have come in a few short years. And in no small doubt, it is because of the talented students that are working with this program that are making it what it is today. My understanding is you all have qualified for state this year, and that is very important. And you all should be very proud, and I'm very proud. And I can't wait to meet you all someday in person once we get past this pandemic, to see the work that you're doing, the technologies that you're developing, and the robots that you've built. So enjoy the night, and hopefully I can join you to answer some questions. I am so proud of the Minnesota STEM Partnership and everything that you are becoming and everything that I know you will be in the future. Thank you for allowing me to spend some time with you, and thank you for hearing my words. Thank you.
My name is Joy Aso, and I work as a clinical research specialist with Medtronic. I work as a researcher, and I have a background in biomedical engineering. So I'm very passionate about STEM and the sciences. Celebrating young women in STEM is important because women bring a variety of talents and perspectives to science and engineering. As a woman myself, I know how intimidating it can be to show up and dive into these areas. It can often feel like a boys' club, but don't let that stop you. It shouldn't at all. There are many women like myself who are ready to cheer you on and celebrate you and see you succeed. Know that you are more than capable. Science is like an art. It allows you to design, problem solve, and bring some dreams to life. Stay encouraged and stay strong. You absolutely have got it. Special thank you to Minnesota STEM Partnership for continuing to allow girls to move forward in their pursuits of science and engineering. And thank you for your partnership with the National Society of Black Engineers, Twin Cities Professional Chapter, as we work together in creating a NSBE Junior Hub that allows for the advancement of more students to pursue STEM in the future. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Joy. Oh my goodness. Not only are we recognizing women here in the month of March, but wow, we are celebrating the brilliance of Black women. So thank you so much, Joy. Thank you so much for all that you do for Minnesota STEM. So additional shout outs, personal thanks to Karen Martin, love you, Karen, and to Ari Adia, who have been instrumental in developing the program, deepening partnerships and mentoring young women within Minnesota STEM. An additional shout out and congratulations to these 3 young ladies being recognized. They are aspiring computer mentees, recognizing them for their commitment to STEAM through their aspirations in computer programming, which Minnesota STEM is a proud member for. Always an honor to see mentees progressing and growth within STEAM. So thank you so much for the leadership that this organization is offering to all of these BIPOC young women who have been a part of this program and growing and thriving to be relevant in the future, because that is huge initiative and a part of the mission and vision to make sure that we are developing our K through 12th BIPOC students to make sure that they are ready for the future in IT. And the future in IT looks brown and black. And we're very, very excited and supportive of our founder, Michael Wolf, having that type of leadership and vision and knowing that we need to make sure that we are preparing our students now and for the future. And there's no better way than through the power of IT. All right, we have a keynote. All right, we have Miss LaToya Dye, continuing to celebrate women. LaToya leads the development of battery management systems for hybrid and electronic vehicles. With an inspirational message on the importance of BIPOC students in STEAM. Thank you so much, LaToya. We're looking forward to this dope keynote.
My name is LaToya Dye. I am a project manager at Vitesco Technologies in the greater Detroit, Michigan area. My goal today is to share with you my experiences in STEM and hopefully encourage you all to consider a career in one of the many STEM disciplines. But before I move on, I would like to take a moment to thank the Minnesota STEM Partnership and its many volunteers for this opportunity. This organization will help students who are interested in STEM to pursue those dreams. To give you guys a little background about myself, I am a 2005 graduate of the University of Detroit Mercy, where I received my Bachelor of Electrical Engineering degree. Prior to completing my undergraduate degree, I also studied abroad in Perth, Australia at Curtin University of Technology for 4.5 months. In 2018, I completed my Master of Business Administration from the DeVos Graduate School at Northwood University. After obtaining my bachelor's degree, I enrolled in different companies throughout the United States where I took on engineering positions from project engineer, where I designed, released electronic brake controllers. Also, I've had experience within the military defense industry where I designed, integrated, and tested the M1 Abrams tank. Most recently, I have designed, released, and led the development of hybrid and electric vehicle technology. And this is where I will focus most on today. So the company that I work for, as I mentioned, is Vitesco Technologies. And our goal is to develop powertrain technologies for a clean future. When I say powertrain, I'm talking about the components that make the car move. So this includes components such as the motors, transmission, and the axle. My concentration within Vitesco Technologies is within the battery packs and battery management systems product line. The battery pack and the battery management systems work in conjunction with the electric motor and the rest of the powertrain system to propel the vehicle forward. The battery pack specifically is encompassed with lithium-ion cells. Depending on the voltage level that you'd like to see generated out of your battery pack, the number of cells will increase drastically. The battery management system controls the battery pack. It controls such things as cell balancing, voltage monitoring, and temperature monitoring. All these things work together to help ensure the state of health of the battery pack, or SOH as we like to refer to it in the industry. There are several types of hybrid and electric vehicles. There are MHEVs, or mild hybrids. You can see that in an Audi A6. There are BEVs, or battery electric hybrids. Most notably are the GM Hummer EV that was recently announced, as well as the Ford Mustang Mach-E. There's also the PHEV, or plug-in hybrids. Those vehicles, such as the Chevy Volt and Ford Escape, are also available in the market today. Each one of these types of vehicles have their own advantages, so it's up to you to understand what works best for you. So I say all of this because this is a great industry to work in. There is a ton of growth potential. And most recently, 4 companies have announced their plans to pursue an all-electric model lineup. Those companies include GM, Ford, Jaguar Land Rover, and Volvo. So you're probably saying, well, what does this all mean? If you prefer any of those brands, your only option will soon be an all-electric vehicle. No gas, no diesel. So you're probably saying, okay, well, you told us where you work, you're a little bit about yourself. Now, what exactly is a project manager within your field? So my main goal I have a couple goals. My main goals as a project manager are to develop the product line strategy for the battery management system and the battery pack and develop a product portfolio. So a strategy usually includes understanding where is the market going? What are our customers expecting of us? And so we analyze all this information to develop a product portfolio of components that we can sell to our customers. I also lead acquisitions that eventually turn into production business opportunities. Those production business opportunities are then delivered to you as the end customer in your electric and hybrid vehicles. So how did I get here? My journey in engineering started when I was very small. I used to destroy my baby dolls. Don't tell my parents because they still don't understand why my Teddy Ruxpin came up without having a mouth. But I was just curious. I didn't understand, what is this green board that's behind my doll's battery pack? What exactly does this do? What are these orange things that look like Skittles with legs? What was their purpose? What I came to find out is that those green boards are PCBs or printed circuit boards. And those orange Skittles were actually not Skittles at all, but they were actually through-hole capacitors, and they hold electrical charge. I wanted to know all about this and how all these things worked together. And that is why I decided to pursue a career in engineering. So now I'm going to challenge you to take a look at your career path. Why do you see yourself in STEM? Take advantage of this time now. Identify what excites you within the STEM industry, this STEM discipline. There are several different opportunities. Once you've identified what excites you, create goals and a plan. Those goals and that plan will help you to achieve those aspirations. And once you do that, just go after it with full throttle. So you're probably saying, well, how do I get started? Well, there's one website that I like to use, KiwiCo. That's KIWICO.com. KIWICO.com. This website offers a variety of STEM projects for all students of all ages. And their prices are pretty reasonable. They even have coupons if you're interested in something that may be a little above your budget. And take a look at your local library. Libraries have been and always will be a great source of information to do research and to understand all things. Seek mentors who have STEM experience and are willing to share their knowledge with you. They are also a great resource. The more pre-work and research that you do now will allow you to will be helpful to you in the future. Completing these projects now will help you to gain a head up once you get to college or once you decide to go into a trade. For instance, if you're in your freshman class in college and they're breadboarding, which is where you can find some of those Skittle-like capacitors, you already have a heads up on the team because you already have completed your KiwiCo breadboarding. You'll be very familiar with it, so you might ace the test right away. So the most important advice that I can give you is to always ask yourself, what's next? Avoid being complacent and losing time. Earlier, I mentioned the importance of creating a plan. This is where that plan will come in handy because you have your goals, you have your dreams, you have your plan. and they will continue to evolve. They will continue to evolve. So my advice to you is to revisit those goals regularly. You should not have time to become complacent because you already have your dreams and your goals written down in hand, which will propel you forward. So one last thing that I would like to leave you with. It's a quote from Charles H. Duell, who was the commissioner of the U.S. Patent Office in 1899. He said, "Everything that can be invented has been invented." Think about that for a minute. Everything that can be invented has been invented. Cell phones were not invented in 1899. Think about it. What if every person in STEM back then believed this and they refused to submit any more patents? What if they were complacent and they thought, yeah, I guess nothing else can be invented? My advice to you, there will always be more work to do. And we need students like you who are engaged and aspire to be STEM students and within the STEM disciplines. Parents, I ask you to nurture those aspirations. Perform the projects with your student, the KiwiCo projects, visit your local library and do the research. I hope that what I have discussed with you today encourages you to pursue a career in STEM and to give you a little insight into what it is that I do on a daily basis. To everyone that attended tonight, I say thank you and God bless.
Oh, all righty. All righty. Thank you so much, LaToya, for your keynote and your time invested in Minnesota STEM tonight. Now it's time for more fun. Now it's time for more swag giveaway. Hopefully you've been paying attention. Tavani is coming up again to ask those difficult questions, but hey, you know, I know you got the answers. All the answers are somewhere. You know, we may need to check, you know, a slide or two, but make sure you stay engaged, stay connected. And we're having that big giveaway at the end of the $50 Amazon gift card. So make sure, again, you're paying attention and registering through Eventbrite. All right, Tavani, take it away.
All right, everyone, I'm back. I hope you guys really enjoyed that great inspirational message from Ms. LaToya. Just such awesome work she's doing. I got so excited to hear about her work in getting all cars electric soon as possible. So I hope some of you guys can be a part of that in the future. All right, we've got a few more questions. I hope you guys have been paying attention because I've got some stuff to give away. So we've heard from one of our most major sponsors, or from Boston Scientific, but we're going to be hearing a little bit later about all the other support we've been getting from other organizations as well. Can you guys tell me what percentage of money we save aside for the scholarship fund? Some of our students are going to be getting scholarships tonight, and so they're going to be getting this exact amount of money that we've been saving on the side for them. So what amount of money let me say that exactly. What percentage is withheld from all donations to generate the scholarship fund? If you have any clue what percentage is saved for that, go ahead and put it in your chat box. Looking for it. Someone says 3%. I'm sorry, 40%. We hear 40%. That is a large amount of money, and that would be so awesome. But unfortunately, that is not the amount. 10%. Someone else is saying 10%, that we save 10% of all donations to create this scholarship fund. And you would be correct. That is correct. We do save 10% of all donations to go towards the scholarship fund. And students are going to be receiving the scholarship fund tonight. So stay tuned for that. Congratulations. Who was that? Bridget. All right, Bridget. Well, we've got something coming for you on the side. You won a Minnesota t-shirt, Minnesota STEM Partnership t-shirt. Congratulations. And thank you so much for playing. Of course, you can still answer our next question. We've got 2 more questions this round, and then again at the end, we've got that $50 raffle. So be sure that you are registered at the Eventbrite page to be entered into the raffle. Next question. Which Minnesota STEM partnership program do you like best and why? It's a 2-parter. Which Minnesota STEM partnership do you like best and why? I'm actually looking for the very first person who can tell me which program they like the best and why. We heard from Lindsay, who went through all of the programming that we do. Minnesota Women, or there's Women in STEM, we've got STEAM Fit, robotics, coding. Who can tell me what they like and why?
Tegan and Michaela said FLL to learn about robots.
All right, Tegan and Michelle, yes?
Michaela.
Oh, excuse me, Tegan and Michaela said FLL, yes? Because, tell me again, what was it, what did they say?
We get to learn about robots and people.
Because we get to learn about robots and meet new people. I think that's a good enough reason. That's a good enough reason for me. Sold. And you win a t-shirt, another Minnesota STEM t-shirt coming your way. Make sure that you're that we've got your name and we can give you your t-shirt in the right size and right color and all that. So make sure you stay in contact with us on the side. All right, we've got one last question. This one is worth $25 Amazon gift card. So again, go ahead and make sure you put at least something in the chat box to make sure that you can at least try to win, even if you're not sure. All right, last question. How many robotics teams does Minnesota STEM Partnership have? How many robotics teams does Minnesota STEM Partnership have? If you know the answer, go ahead, put it in the chat box. Someone said 10. Good guess. Good guess. But it's incorrect. Ooh, another guess of 30. All right, I'll give you guys a little bit of a clue. It's between 10 and 30. That's a good clue, because I don't want to hear 99, right? So we're just keep it in between there. 19, good guess. So we're just gonna keep on going down the numbers until you guys hit one, right? Is that the plan? Anybody know for sure how many robotics teams does Minnesota STEM Partnership have? 15, I heard 15, that's incorrect. 18, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Someone's gonna get, is someone keeping track of the wrong answers? Are we just shooting out numbers here?
Oh, 22.
22, yes, finally someone got 22, yes. 22 from, who said that?
Janelle.
Janelle, yes, thank you, 22, right on the spot. Yes, we have 22 robotics teams, and you just won $25 Amazon gift card, so congratulations. And actually, we're gonna learn so much more about robotics coming up soon. So if you didn't know about the robotics, those 22 robotics teams before, you're about to. So congratulations to all our winners. Don't forget to sign up for, or to register at the Eventbrite page to register for the $50 Amazon gift card. And until then, you guys enjoy the rest of the show.
Again, congratulations to all of our winners. I'm hoping, Tavani, that we can mix up the t-shirt colors. So I would hate for somebody to have like 5 royal blue Minnesota STEM t-shirts. So hopefully they come in an array of colors for our winners, who are multiple winners. So again, thank you all for participating in our trivia and talking about robotics. That's where we're transitioning next, which is one of our most popular programs that we have here with Minnesota STEM. And so we want to highlight all the dope work that's being involved in that. And it's led by some of the most amazing humans who actually volunteer their time tirelessly to lead this work and to do this work. And these individuals are also BIPOC people. So representation matters. So it's important that our young people be able to see and aspire to be based on the leaders that we have that are a part of this program. So Mr. Rob Lyons is definitely a volunteer extraordinaire. Robotics is one of our most popular programs. Here to speak on what robotics is all about is Rob Lyons, who is the director of robotics. He's director of community outreach for Big Brothers and Big Sisters. He's been a robotics coach for 2 years. And Dr. Wolf said that Rob Lyons has one of the biggest hearts of any human that he has ever known. So we're very grateful to have him so dedicated and being part of this organization and showing up to be able to support our young people and our young students as a part of Minnesota STEM. So thank you, Rob, and take it away.
Thank you, Dawn. Thank you for that introduction. Appreciate it. Volunteer extraordinaire. I am very blessed and very thankful to be a part of Minnesota STEM Partnership. I thank Dr. Wolf for even giving me the opportunity to share my passion for STEM, especially in the area of robotics. The 2020-2021 season for robotics for Minnesota STEM Partnership came in with a lot of promise. And even despite a pandemic, a lot of those promises were still fulfilled. And to share a little bit about that before I dive into it, why not hear from two of the young ladies who actually experienced that? I'd like to introduce you to Tegan and Michaela from Team Afrobots. Take it away, Tegan and Michaela.
Hi, I'm Michaela. I'm 14 years old and I go to Osseo Middle School.
And I'm Tegan. I'm 13 years old and I also go to Osseo Middle School. And we are Team Acrobat's first LEGO League. When I first joined robotics, I was afraid to join because I thought I wouldn't be good enough for the team and I'd be the odd one out. But everyone was so kind and welcoming, they easily put those thoughts aside.
I have always enjoyed engineering, coding, and robotics. So being able to put all three of these things into one with the robotics team was really cool. My sister and I were picked to be the robot drivers, which meant we had to work together and put in lots of practice to make sure our coding and engineering of the robot would work correctly when it came time for competition.
We also had to practice working together.
We had to use a lot of teamwork and problem solving with our entire team. We met with our team and coaches virtually twice a week, and everyone worked together to solve a problem. This experience was good for my sister and me because we had to work together to solve even more problems like getting along. We had a lot of trial and error runs, and we had to have a lot of perseverance to not give up and try to make things better.
In addition to working on the robot, our team had other project challenges. We had to compete for judging. This year's challenge was to create a solution to help people stay motivated to work out. Our team created a workout based off of the game Among Us, and we won the Innovation Project Award. I really liked being a part of First LEGO League because it was something that our parents enjoyed us doing, and they were really surprised when they saw our finished project. Because they only knew we went on call for a few hours a week, and they weren't really sure what was going on. It's really fun to see how surprised and proud they were of us, especially when our team was chosen to move on to state. Everyone was so excited. This group also worked around our sports schedule, so it was nice that we were able to do both instead of having to choose one over the other. Next year, I plan on doing Afrobots, and I'll have to probably recruit a few friends because two members of our team are going off to high school. This was a lot of fun making new friends on the team and getting to hang out with our coaches who are really fun, cool, and supportive. Being part of the group was nice because my weird ideas were put to use, and I found out that sometimes having different ideas from everyone else was really helpful. I learned about a lot of problem solving and how to keep working to make things better. When I'm older, I want to work in the field of zoology or biology. And I also want to find a cure for MS. It's a disease my mom has, and I promised her I would cure it. Science is all about trial and error and never giving up until you find the answer. And this is exactly what robotics helped me with.
Next year, I will be going to De La Salle High School, and I am hoping to join their robotics program. And I'm interested to see what projects will be available for me through Minnesota STEM Partnership. When I get older, I hope to be an engineer, work for NASA, or be an ethical hacker for the government. All of these jobs will use the skills and talents that I learned from my experience with Afrobots. I only wish that I had learned the first LEGO League or Minnesota STEM Partnership earlier. We encourage all of you to spread the word about this program in schools and in the community. Thanks to the sponsorship of Minnesota STEM Partners, this program will be available to will be available to kids of all backgrounds, regardless of how much money they have. It gives kids a chance to realize that they have a lot to offer to a team, and it doesn't just have to be in athletics. This program encourages kids to use their brain in a different way and provides a place where it's okay to think differently, and it's actually encouraged.
Our way to give back to this program is spread the word ourselves. We promise to speak to our former elementary school and current school about Minnesota STEM Partners and what they have to offer kids. Without them, none of this would be possible. So we want to send a big thank you to our coaches, Bridget and Grace, and to Dr. Wolf and the Minnesota STEM Partnership. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Tegan and Michaela, for sharing your experience with us. As you can tell by tonight's production of the showcase, a lot of things are experienced best when you're in person, but when things happen, you've got to find a way to persevere and adapt and overcome. And that's something that Minnesota STEM Partnership did this year, even in light of a pandemic. Kids were very, very successful navigating across the digital divide using the Zoom platform. Minnesota STEM Partnership was one of the first to introduce a robotics simulator so that the kids were able to experience robotics using the digital technology that was available. But all of that comes from kids just being willing, and adults, parents, everyone being willing to find a way to make things happen. So with that being said, I mentioned earlier that a lot of our promises were fulfilled beyond our expectations this year, despite a pandemic, and our teams persevered. 22 teams, that was tremendous growth compared to last year. We had 22 teams, which meant kids, volunteers, coaches, everybody coming out of the woodwork to make this happen. So what did this year look like? Well, let's take a look and see. 22 teams from our youngest being kindergartners all the way up to high schoolers. We had 5 FLL teams, elementary school age kids up to junior high, that competed. And we had an FTC team. And we also were blessed to be a part of Mayor Carter's Tech for All. And we had, through a partnership with Park and Rec, we had a number of kids that signed up for robotics, and they're getting introduced to Lego robotics and that experience. So we were excited to have this number of people actually be a part of what was going on with Minnesota STEM Partnership. Now, what we're going to do is take a deeper look into some of the success that our 5 FLL teams actually experienced. Yep, so you heard from Tegan and Michaela with Team Afrobots, and a lot of the teams that were like Afrobots actually earned awards. They earned recognition as part of this year's FLL competition. And we were very, very excited to have these kids work so hard to actually pull these things off. And now we want to share a little bit of that success with you about them. Team Afrobots, that was led by Bridget, Coach Bridget and Coach Grace. They actually came together despite having other things going on in their lives like dance, but when they got involved with the robotics, they just enjoyed it so much. They found a way, even through Zoom meetings, which actually kind of worked out for them because they were able to get together even at odd hours and odd times to work on their programming. And Team Afrobots actually came out very, very successful, to the point of Yeah, I'm looking for there we go. The Innovation Project Award. They were an Innovation Project Award winner, which was a huge success. Matter of fact, so much so that they have been one of our teams that has advanced onto the state championship. The state championship, that's the next level up. So congratulations to Team Afrobots for your hard work there and your Innovation Project Award winner. Motivate. Okay, next. Team Fierce, led by head coach Grace and assistant coach Mary. They came together. These girls really worked hard, and again persevered through the pandemic. They worked through Zoom, and they earned the award for Motivate. There was a Motivation Award winner. Our next team that came through very well was Team Rondo Robotics, led by head coach Days and assistant coach Benji. This was a really cool team because you had a second grader all the way up to an eighth grader that learned how to work together through teamwork, share leadership. They all did well with speaking during their innovation project, and they earned the Engineering Excellence Award from the competition. That was something that was awesome to see. So congratulations to Team Rondo Robotics with that. Our next team that was up was Team Coding Kings. And I was very fortunate to be able to share the experience along with Coach Tamar to work with this young team. 4 young men. You talk about overcoming the digital divide. One of their team members was in Atlanta, Georgia, and he would always tune in through Zoom in order to do the programming. And Coding Kings was awarded the Rising Star Award for their hard work. It's pretty amazing to have teams, earning this kind of recognition, even when they weren't able to meet in person. So congratulations, Coding Kings. And our next team, Team Twin Towers. You talk about a high energy team with head coach Calvin and assistant coach Nico. They worked with these young men, and between the snacks and the music and just the high energy, they were really a really cool group to watch and work with. Young men that came out of their shell to learn how to speak and take on leadership roles. And they earned the Innovation Model Award for the innovation project, which was cool. The idea was to, how would you get people up and active? And they actually built out of Lego parts, they built a fitness watch that they presented to the judges and shared all that knowledge of what would it take to actually bring this watch to production. And every single one of the team members had a role in that presentation. So congratulations to Team Twin Towers. Great job there. Now, when I introduce, those were our FLL competition teams. Now I want to introduce to you our partnership through Park and Rec. And this team at Arlington Hills Rec Center is one that came together very late, but man, once those kids got involved, they really took to it like water. Their head trainer Nandi and virtual intern Kovan. This is a student, a young person who's taking a leadership role as an assistant trainer. And a big shout out to one of our volunteers, Ashwin, for joining in to help with the training via Zoom. So thank you to Nandi, Kovana, and Ashwin for what you're doing at Arlington Hills. Our next Park and Rec team was at El Rio Vista, and these kids really took to it. Once Rec Check came into play and kids were able to start coming back into the building and learning more and more about what was being offered there, robotics was one that these kids gravitated to very easily, very well. Again, shout out to Nandi and Kovana for the work that you're doing over there at El Rio Vista. Our next Park and Rec team is at Frogtown. You talk about diversity in action. We've got it in spades here with this. Kids of all shapes, shades, and colors that have been participating in this. And the kids over at Frogtown fit right in with what we're doing here at Minnesota STEM Partnership. Keep up the great work, and we're looking forward to what you guys are going to do as part of our spring competition as well, all the teams from Park and Rec. Now, if 2020, 2021 was this promising, what would you do to be a part of this going into next season? Well, we got this great opportunity for you. You can register through our register.minnesotastempartners.org. If you're a youth who wants to get involved, we're also always looking for volunteers. So make sure you check out the website and look at those opportunities to be a part of our next year's season, or actually get involved with some of the workshops or summer programs that are going on now as well. So with that being said, Dr. Wolf, I invite you to the stage to share a little bit more about the exciting things that are going on in robotics and some other great opportunities that we have as well.
Thank you, Rob. I appreciate it. On behalf of Minnesota STEM Partnership and all these wonderful kids, volunteers, you have done just an impeccable job helping move this organization forward in the area of robotics. So thank you very much. However, before we go on, we want to talk about some new and exciting things. Rob just wrapped up talking about the 4 or 5 City of St. Paul Park and Rec League, FLL or Mindstorm EV3 level teams that have been formed and are looking to have a competition this spring, likely in June. So the best of those teams are going to compete against each other. However, Rob, did you know it must have been heard across the river that Mayor Fry heard that Mayor Carter had 5 teams, right? Do you see what's going on? They had a snowball fight a couple years ago. Now I guess they're going to have a big robotics challenge, but you're going to hear it first from Minnesota STEM Partnership. Looks like we're going to have a couple of FLL teams. So as Rob said, register if you're a student in middle school and you want to participate in this organization, you want to learn about robotics, drones, coding, esports, all the wonderful things that we have to offer, then be sure to hit that registration link at register.mnstempartners.org. So we will be fielding some teams here in the near north side of Minneapolis. So come on, Franklin, come on, Minneapolis North, Hall, all you guys at Harrison and all around, come on down to the STEM Hub here on 1200 Fremont, 1200 Plymouth, I better get it right, Fremont and Plymouth. All right, so Rob, you talked about our middle school teams. I'm here to talk about the incredible work that our high school teams, the FTC, First Tech Challenge, were able to amass. We have one team who coincidentally hail from St. Paul with the same name, Team Rondo Robotics, FTC. We're very proud of these students. These students have come together and despite COVID, we're able to build a robot functional and show up and compete. And in these difficult times, we obviously here at Minnesota STEM take our social distancing very seriously. Those kids did an incredible job. So I want to thank Nia, Henry, and Lucius for making the pilgrimage and coming over here every single Saturday to make this happen. And I'd be remiss in also not pointing out Colin Gardner Springer, as well as the FTC team Cats. All the young ladies on that all-girls team have coached us and mentored this team through Discord, through a virtual engagement, and all this great work helped and supported by our wonderful friends at High Tech Kids, allowing us to be able to compete on these incredible opportunities. And so this year we will be offering a summer camp for FTC, so be sure you register so that we can be prepared for next season. And last but definitely not least is our little baby kids. And no disrespect to the little ones, but we are very honored to have Jamie Morgan leading up our Junior Robotics League, or as they call it now, FLL Explore. She has a team called the Baby Cakes Book Stack. Matter of fact, I think she has 2 teams, and they are doing an incredible job here just getting together. They're starting to attend a Scratch programming class, and they're getting ready for whatever High Tech Kids has to throw at them through first. So hats off to Jamie, all the parents and all the young persons that have been able to participate in that. as you know, one of our goals is to move the kids from the junior robotics into the middle school, and we are seeing that. We've had a couple of students move into FLL and even have won some of these engineering awards and whatnot. So Rob, thank you for all the hard work that you and all the volunteers of the robotics teams do. And I couldn't even imagine that we would be at this level without you and all the volunteers. So thank you all very much. Big shout out. We got to tell Nisha. Nisha's behind the scenes pushing all the buttons, right? So Nisha, much appreciation to you. We sincerely love everything that you're doing. And we will definitely catch up here and get ready for summer league as well as fall league. Dawn, I think I've said enough right now. I'm going to go sit down. Take it away, Dawn.
The one thing that's coming to mind is that parents, are you paying attention to the opportunities for your children? Their summer programming is off the chain and ready and to include your youth. So let's get them out of the house. Let's get them engaged in Minnesota STEM. Not only are they learning about how to be an IT great with robotics and drones, let's talk about all the life skills that these kids will be learning, okay? How to collaborate, how to partner, how to work together, how to present themselves in front of an audience and tell their stories. This is so important. It is these soft skills that Minnesota STEM is nurturing on top of the big stuff. So it's big and small, it's culturally relevant, it's inclusive, representation matters because your kids will be able to see people who look like them. And it's a progressive program where you can start off with our elementary school kids and move on to junior high and then in the high school. It's a progressive program and it's well-rounded, and it's a program where we need our sponsors as much as we need our volunteers. So now we're going to transition into our awesome sponsors. So again, we talked about all the greatness of Boston Scientific. Now we have Miss Shauna Hughes, who's with SurveyMonkey. And SurveyMonkey has become a crucial supporter and partner of all things Minnesota STEM. So we're really excited to hear Shauna hype up and talk about all the things she loves about giving to Minnesota STEM. All right, thank you, Shauna.
Hello, everyone. My name is Shauna Hughes. I am the Global Product Growth and Innovation Evangelist with Get Feedback by SurveyMonkey. I'm also a founder of a nonprofit here locally called Teen Tech Titans. It is my honor and privilege to be able to partner with Michael in the MN STEM partnership and helping our local youth really realize their potential in the STEM and STEAM industries. I am so grateful to my organization, SurveyMonkey, for providing a $25,000 donation to the Minnesota STEM Partnership so they can continue the amazing work that they've been doing in and around the cities here. So thank you, Michael, for your partnership. Thank you so much for taking up the mantle and helping our youth to realize their full potential. And I look forward to seeing so many amazing things that will happen this year and in the coming future.
Shauna, thank you so much. And thank you for sharing all the great reasons why you love to support Minnesota STEM Partnership. We really appreciate you very much. All right, scholarship awards. As you heard earlier, all donations given to Minnesota STEM Partnerships, we take 10% of the money off the top to be able to award our BIPOC students with scholarships. So Dr. Wolf is here again to give out some scholarships to high school recipients and academic all-stars of Minnesota STEM Partnerships.
Thank you, Dawn. It's been a dream of mine and my wife's to be able to give back to the community in even more significant ways than giving them lifelong education, but also giving them the opportunity to onboard into college and post-secondary institutions to become as the best person that they can be intellectually and technology or whatever they choose to be. But it's an honor to actually give financially back to our young people. And so the Minnesota STEM has allocated this 10% of money that has been donated to active and involved students in Minnesota STEM Partnership. We give away scholarships to seniors that are graduating. We also identify 11th graders that are on that trajectory that have been very active and engaged. And so you have to be present within Minnesota STEM Partnership to qualify for these particular scholarships. So again, we're not just driving up the registration. You've heard everything that we've done today. Be sure you register your student at register.mnstempartners.org. So this time next year, maybe we're calling your name. So the first scholarship is going to, and by the way, I should say my wife, Elizabeth Wolf, is the chairperson for our scholarship committee. And she has done an incredible job reading through all of the scholarship applications and has come up, and I'm going to read these in the order of the ranking that they came in. This year, we're giving money specifically to seniors and juniors, but I want to share with you a couple of the highlights out of these scholarships. The first place winner is actually Nico Hess, who happens to be a very active and engaged volunteer, but he's also been heavily involved in the training and has been participating every single Thursday night for the past number of months. And one of the key things out of his response was he talked about how important it was for organizations like Minnesota STEM that can actually change an entire community, one child at a time, as well as what that future impact to society is going to be. So hats off to Nico. Nia Page, our second place winner, wrote about the future of transportation and electric vehicles and about how you can use this technology and the things that she's learning through Minnesota STEM for community activism through technology. Our third place winner is John Walker, who happens to be a senior. So John will be receiving a $500 scholarship from the Minnesota STEM. And he shared how he took away Minnesota STEM, helped encourage him to be and learn leadership skills. John was also very active this summer in our drone program out with the City of St. Paul's Tech for All program, doing drone flying across those 18 rec centers. I guess I could take this off since I'm up here alone. As well as we heard from Taylor Duncan, who's going to win that 2 Scoops Citizenship Award. And also Belize Densa, who is a graduating senior. She too will also receive $500 from Minnesota STEM Partnership. So on behalf of Elizabeth Wolf, Michael Wolf, and the entire Minnesota STEM family, thank you all for sharing your time, talent, and especially those who share their treasures, because Minnesota STEM, we are giving back. We want to make sure that we continue to do that as part of who we are as an organization. Dawn, take it away.
Yeah. Now, I bet you guys are wondering, I'm sure it's just the burning question, how on earth do we get this done? How do we make this type of magic happen in our community? How do we get this done? How is Minnesota STEM funded? Well, I'm going to answer that question for you. Purely by donations from organizations, big and small, as well as individual donors. We function on the gracious contributions of time, leadership, and expertise from our staff and volunteers. So I would like to highlight some of these amazing sponsors. You've already heard from Boston Scientific, but we're going to talk about Boston Scientific again. It sponsors the majority of our robotics initiatives, high-tech kit team donations. They purchased robots, team shirts to compete with students all across Minnesota, competition fields, and they help provide resources for equity, unity, and professionalism. SurveyMonkey, you just heard Shauna speak about their organization. They give us what we really love is unrestricted grants. And unrestricted grants gives us the opportunity to take care of staffing, to take care of some of the little incidental things without having to be specific about the funding going towards something targeted, which again, sponsors do have that right. So we really appreciate the flexibility that SurveyMonkey offers within their sponsorship of Minnesota STEM. So again, thank you very much, because that goes to purchasing technology and equipment and business operating needs. Seagate, this money goes to sponsor and support middle school robotics, in-kind donations as well as supplies. So thank you very much, Seagate. Web Demos. It's a technical education and consulting company, and we really appreciate the sponsorship that you have been supporting of our BIPOC students. So thank you so much. Web Demos, we have the US Bank Foundation and General Mills and Renewable Energy Partnership. They've definitely been helping us to be agriculturally relevant, and we thank you very much for all of your support of this organization. So please, donations are definitely appreciated. As you can see, the work that's being done here, it really is priceless. In a time where BIPOC organizations are doing the work to support our communities, and we really appreciate organizations that are leaning in, doing the work in these difficult times. 2020 was huge in not only a pandemic, but also a racial revolution that really showed the inequities in our BIPOC communities. So we are very grateful to have organizations like Minnesota STEM Partnership to be able to serve an underserved community that is not given the same opportunities as other communities. So again, sponsors are greatly appreciated, and thank you for having the heart and the desire to want to lift up our communities here in Minneapolis and St. Paul. All right, what do we do with this money? We use your donations for huge enrichment programs, learning experiences by providing equipment, materials, and technology to foster the students in STEAM in this learning environment. We provide over 2,500 students with hands-on STEAM education, and it's fun and exciting. There's opportunity to learn and practice. There's opportunities to, meet new people and have fun. Even in this virtual environment, these kids have been able to connect and build lifelong relationships. And in support of MSP comes in the form of sponsoring entire drone teams. So, hey, if there are organizations that want to have their name, involved with this program, please, drone leagues are an excellent way of getting that done. Providing scholarships for undergrad students, and even buying coffee and snacks for the volunteers. That means every amount given helps and is used to help foster each student's future in STEM and beyond. MSP again saves 10% of all donations right off the top to create scholarship funds that have been awarded tonight. So thank you so much for that. So what can you do now? Tonight, you can become an integral part of Minnesota STEM Partnerships. Success by giving any amount right now. Contact Dr. Michael Wolf directly to donate, sponsors, or share with MSP. Thank you for your additions to our program, and any and all amounts are helpful in this process. So again, parents, listen up. This is a great place for your kids to come. Sponsors, thanks again for leaning in to the BIPOC students here in Minneapolis and St. Paul. It is necessary work, Dr. Wolf is leading a charge. He's filling in the gap of culturally relevant programming that lifts up our youth, and it's so needed in these trying times. And I don't know where some of our young people would be if they didn't have this type of connectedness and to learn something that will stay with them for the rest of their lives. Because we all know that IT is the future. And so we are visionaries and seeing into the future of cultural relevance of this organization and lifting up our BIPOC students. All right, where are we in our program? Oh, raffle reminder. All right, hopefully we went to Eventbrite and we have registered for that $50 giveaway Amazon gift card. So hopefully we have done that and we are ready to go. All right, support for MSP. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm losing my place here. All right. Oh my goodness. Volunteer appreciation. Again, thank you so much. Volunteers and sponsors, I think, go hand in hand as far as the people that we are definitely celebrating here tonight. Sorry. MSP could not function without the generous contributions and time of our volunteer. Your leadership and your expertise is priceless, you know, and we are very grateful for the over 50 volunteers that are a part of this organization. So thank you for filling in the gaps. Thank you for leaning in. Thank you for having a big heart to be able to do this work, and it is necessary. So volunteers fill various roles, from team leaders, mentors, to marketing, graphic designers, and office management. All right, so it's time to introduce Mr. Michael Wolf again. All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dawn. As we draw towards the end, towards our final big raffle, I want to make sure that all of you know you've heard a lot of wonderful things about the Minnesota STEM Partnership. My wife and I have given tirelessly to make sure that we're able to start this organization and make sure that it thrives and that it's scalable, and we can broaden participation to all areas of the Twin Cities and beyond. And with that, it's not about me, it's not about anyone else but we. It's all about the love, right? So we have to be passionate and driven for this type of work. So it's my honor to recognize a few people in our leadership team that I count on, and I consider to be my friends, and also to consider to be just incredible champions for the fight to crush that digital divide and get us a lot closer. I would be remiss without mentioning Lindsay Wilson. Lindsay Wilson is working behind the scenes. Hey, Lindsay, you met her earlier with Program Services Director. She has a great future with Minnesota STEM, but even a greater future out there in the professional career. In our robotics core team, Nisha, Rob Lyons, Rand Willick, Rand, Nassau software developer, Rob, big brothers, big sisters of the Twin Cities. Man, we love you guys. We thank you for sharing your time, talent, and your treasures. And of course, we mentioned the Baby Cakes Book Stack group, Jamie Morgan for helping rally up the little ones, Shannon Dulnuan and Kara Martin hitting it with the drones, Kelly Martin always making sure we're keeping it real. Antoinette Smith, a young lady, if you don't know Antoinette Smith, dope software developer, owns her own company, Rawway Smith, but she is actually hasn't had an opportunity to really participate at a grand scale, but watch. Next year, we're gonna blow the doors off at these things. So Antoinette, thank you for always keeping it real, helping us get our applications for the My Profile app going and all the wonderful things you're doing. And Vincent Knox for leading up our STEAM advisory board. It's incredible where we meet quarterly to talk about where science is going today and in the future, where technology is today and where it's going in the future. Engineering, the arts, and math. So he leads a team of folks that is actually helping us continually refresh our strategic plan as we drive Minnesota STEM Partnership so we don't become stagnant. We don't become an organization that is complacent with where we're at today. A very special thanks. I wish I had all of the creativity, but I get to take all the credit, of course. We have some incredible people behind the scenes. You heard from Cedrick Frazier. He was one of the very first people that I unveiled my dream and desire to, but he, Frederick Blockton, and Russell Frankel were part of the original crew where we sat around the table, had a few cups of coffee, And we ran through a few scenarios. So much thanks to them. And of course, Colin Springer Gardner has been consistently helping us with our high school robotics. Sharon Kennedy Vickers, who went above and beyond the call to make sure that we had what we needed to do with the Park and Rec League. And special thanks, of course, to Mr. Johnny Allen Jr., the dopest brother I know. I need to get that love t-shirt, man. That's a dope t-shirt. So check out thejkmovement.com if you haven't seen it lately. And of course, my lovely wife who helps me keep it real. Again, to the volunteers, Dawn, Rob, everybody has talked about the incredible wealth of assets that we have. But let's also talk about one last thing. The money that you give, we are very fiscally responsible with it. But to grow to the scale that we've been, we need staff. We have a number of part-time staff that are getting things done for Minnesota STEM Partnership, and we will continue to do this and grow. So I'd like to thank Lindsay Wilson, Marsha Connor, Nisha Bishop, Nandi Tippett, Kavana, and Lucius, and a few other interns that have helped us grow this organization and keep things real. So again, you can go to donate.mnstempartners.org. You can also send checks to the slide that's going to come up next. Get your pen ready. And again, we're very honored to start as a small family foundation and grow into this incredible nonprofit that you see here today with all of the wonderful people that are making things happen. You can also catch us on all social media as MN STEM Partners, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, you name it, we're likely there. Instagram, one of my favorites. And so without any further ado, I believe that we have a raffle coming up. I appreciate each and every one of you taking your evening to share with us, but I know you're not going to leave because Tavani is going to come up right away and also do this final raffle that she has planned. I tell you, being the leader of the organization, I was like, raffle? Wait a minute, we're looking for donations. So we're actually going to give back to you just for sharing a little bit of time with us today. And I couldn't have appreciated her more, but I want her to come up while she's preparing to thank her very specially, because without her taking this role, we would have never been able to pull this off. So Tavani, a deep indebted gratitude to you for being able to do this, putting all the time in the scripts. Now I see the wisdom and the brilliance in your hard work. So thank you very much for doing this. And did you want me to turn over to Dawn, or are you going to come on up and take the baton? All right, Tavani, thank you all. On behalf of the Minnesota STEM Partnership, have a wonderful evening. Here comes Tavani to give away some money, I believe, right? All right.
All right, everyone, we've had such a busy, full program. We've learned so much about Minnesota STEM Partnership tonight. We've thanked all of these wonderful sponsors who have given us so much ability in the form of money, but in so many other ways of being able to use everyone's support. I hope any of the newcomers out there have had an opportunity to learn more about how they could potentially volunteer with Minnesota STEM Partnership. Always looking for volunteers in all levels, whether you're working directly with students or behind the scenes with us doing things like this and all the other events that Minnesota STEM Partnership puts forward. So I hope everyone's got some good information tonight. Congratulations to those scholarship recipients, to the award recipients, recognition for everyone. Congratulations. And now it's time to give away some money, the last money. And you guys don't even have to do anything for it. You don't have to remember any more trivia. We just wanted to make sure that you registered at the Eventbrite page to be entered into this winning. And so I have everyone who has registered at Eventbrite in a spreadsheet here, and I have my handy dandy random number generator here. And I'm just gonna give it a shake to pull a number, and we'll run off screen real quick to find the name that coincides with that number, and then I'll announce to you guys the winner. So everyone's already entered in, it's all closed, it's all done. I hope you guys have done that already. I'm going to give my random number generator a shake and see what number I get. I got number 22. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see who that is. Oh, it is a number of Jones. All right. According to my list, that looks like Kareem. Wait, one more time. Kareem Hogan, it seems. Congratulations, you won $50 from Minnesota STEM Partnership, and make sure that we'll get in contact with you. We have your information and everything, so make sure you receive this wonderful gift from Minnesota STEM Partnership. But I hope you guys got all the information you need tonight, all the winners of the t-shirts, of the $25 Amazon gift cards. Congratulations, and congratulations to our big finale winner of the $50 Amazon gift card. That's Kareem Hogan. Congratulations. And I'm going to give it right back to Don one last time so we can say our goodbyes. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and I hope you guys had a great time tonight. Bye.
Oh my goodness, how do we recap it all? There was a lot of information that was covered tonight, a lot of love, a lot of shout outs, a lot of great speeches that were made. I mean, we are all in, and we appreciate you sticking with us throughout this program. This is the Minnesota STEM Partnership's third annual, first virtual youth STEAM, I want to call it summit, showcase. And we're grateful that you guys stay tuned, that you were engaged. And I want to go back to, again, recognizing our staff, recognizing our sponsors, recognizing all of our volunteers. Thank you, parents who have driven and supported your children through this process. This is truly lifelong learning. And again, please make sure that you sign up and register for the summer programs that are available. It's time to get going on that right now. School will be over before we know it, and you're going to wonder, what am I going to do with my kids? Just think about Minnesota STEM Partnership. So we really appreciate you all being a part of our journey. Michael, 36 years being an IT leader and volunteer in this community, and we're grateful for his just his vision to want to do this, for him filling in the gap and seeing a need. And so that's what it's all about. And we are grateful to our sponsors who want to be a part of this vision, because we know that these jobs, these IT positions, robotics and drones, this is our future. And BIPOC kids need to be in the forefront of this, evolution. IT is here to stay. These positions are growing and ever evolving, and it's super dope that we have it right here in the Minneapolis-St. Paul area, supported by both mayors competing and making sure that these kids have culturally relevant things to do this summer that are educational and uplifting, as well as teaching them the life skills that they need to be successful. So we are supporting kids from 5 through high school. And then we also can allow those kids who participate can come back and actually be paid staff. And that's super dope. So we're keeping the pipeline open to have relevancy, to keep this organization culturally tight, to bring those young people back, even through college, to have a place to come to be able to continue to utilize their skills. So again, thank you to our sponsors, Boston Scientific, Seagate, let me get to my list here, don't want to miss, Web Demos, Renewable Energy Partners, General Mills, US Bank Foundation, SurveyMonkey. Again, sponsors are needed, sponsors are appreciated, and this is necessary work. And if you want to put your money and your time behind a relevant organization that truly is doing the work, grassroots, please look at Minnesota STEM Partnerships and the integrity of Dr. Wolf and his tireless energy of creating this foundation, creating this partnership. So again, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you, and good night.
Sometimes you need to get away.
Stuck it out.